really feel like it.
Hey, what's up guys? I know it's been a minute since my last upload. I've just been really busy, but I'm going to try to upload more videos now because I built a gaming PC and I don't have to record and edit my videos on a shitty laptop anymore. So definitely expect more videos in the future, hopefully. I'm going to try not to fuck around anymore and pump out some new story videos for you guys real soon. Anyways, before I get into the video, for every one like, I will literally, and I mean literally, eat one cornflake. So now that that's all out of the way, let's jump right into the story. So this story takes place probably like 4 years ago or so. So I was like 15 at the time, and I had been dating this one girl at the time, but we broke up. I don't really remember why. It was probably some dumbass shit. You guys know how relationships go around that age. And so about like a week after we broke up, I had just started talking to this other girl who at the time I thought was fine as fuck. And a few days passed by of me and that girl just talking and all this shit. And she told me that she had wanted to hang out, and so I was like, oh hell yeah, you already know I'm down, girl. And so I'm like, alright, where are you trying to meet up at? And she tells me to meet her at the 7-Eleven in my town, which just so happens to be like less than a 10-minute walk for me. You guys already know I had to put on my finest drip for this chick. So I'm walking down to 7-Eleven, you know, I'm feeling myself, I got the best drip in town. And then she texts me saying she wants to meet up at the Creek, which is right behind 7-Eleven. And that threw up some red flags in my head, and I was thinking, the fuck does she want me to go to the Creek for? I was thinking she might have been on some Ted Bundy shit and trying to murder my brown ass. Surprisingly, I was actually smart enough to tell her that I didn't know where the Creek was when I knew damn well where it was. And by this time I already was at 7-Eleven, so I sat down on the bench outside of it. And she kept texting me insisting that I meet her back in the Creek, and that made it way more sus. So I just kept playing dumbass, saying that I didn't know where the Creek was. And then behind me I hear some dude say, yo, you the dude who've been talking to my girl? And so I turn around and there's 4 motherfuckers behind me, and I recognize all of them. One of them happened to be my ex's brother, who I'm gonna call Cletus because he had some redneck drip. And one of them used to be basically like my childhood best friend because we used to live so close to each other, so it was kind of weird seeing him trying to, you know, jump me with his homies. But me and dude are good now, you know, we put that behind us. Anyways, I'm standing there like a head ass, just preparing myself mentally for this ass beating I'm about to get. And they're all pressing me, you know, like all up on me and shit. But they're not making any moves, you know, they're not like, they're shoving me a little bit, but not that rough or none of that shit. And Cletus's head ass starts talking out the side of his neck on some head ass shit, like for real, no cap. Saying how he's gonna beat my ass and all this shit, and I'm just thinking in my head like, motherfucker, you're not gonna do shit to me, you're like a fucking twig, you're not gonna beat my ass. But I'm not gonna try him, you know, because he got his homies with him, and he's like yelling all this shit saying like, oh, you tried fucking my sister. So I'm thinking in the back of my head, I was like, we was dating at the time, so it didn't really make sense in my head why he wanted to beat my ass. And so like any other sane person, I didn't want to get my ass beat, so you know, I'm just trying to play it cool, not trying to piss him off any more than what they already were. So I basically just told him, I was like, I'm a head out. And so I turned around, started walking the other way, and they all started yelling all this shit, saying stuff like, yeah, that's right, get the fuck out of here, pussy. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Y'all really want me to fight you guys 1-on-4? Fuck that shit. And as I was walking, I was just honestly shook. I was just thinking to myself like, god damn, I was about to get my ass handed to myself. And I didn't really know where to go because I didn't want to walk back home. I didn't know what to tell my mom as to why I came home like 10 minutes after leaving. So I just walked into this fucking like little forest just to make sure they didn't fucking follow me. And if I'm being completely honest, talking about this in retrospect, I feel like I probably could have beat all their asses, but probably not all at the same time. If I was to fight them individually, I feel like I could have came out on top. But fuck that, that's in the past, so I don't really care. Anyways, I'm sitting there in the fucking forest just like not really knowing what to do on my phone. And then that girl I was supposed to hang out with, you know, she texted me and saying all this shit, saying about how she did want to hang out and how she didn't know her boyfriend had taken her phone. And I just said something basically like, yeah, I can't be fucking around with your ass no more. And funny story, her boyfriend that she was dating at the time ended up dating my ex-girlfriend, so that's kind of funny. And then also at a party probably like a year and a half ago, I ended up seeing her there, and you know, we like talked about the whole incident and laughed about it, you know, and we were like all cool now. And so that's the story about how I nearly got jumped. And if you guys made it to the end of the video, smack the fuck out of that like button, because you guys are real homies. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.